Greetings, colleagues. This is Darian. I'm greeting from the boardroom here in Manatee. And in the President's Corner that follows the board meeting for the month, I typically give you highlights. I'm here to do that this evening. Let me share with you a few things. One is that the board had what I might call a marathon meeting on Monday. They had substantive conversations about many different issues, but it began with a wonderful conversation with the Faculty Council. I'd like to thank those chairs and members who were able to attend and talk with the board about issues about transformational change, organizational change, and more importantly, the idea about how, as an organization, we have to work towards student success in some very thoughtful and deliberate ways. So I want to thank that group for joining. And then the actual meeting itself, the board talked about several issues. One is that I gave them a preview of my president's report about how we're approaching the budgeting process this year and how we're being very thoughtful about aligning our intentions with our budget and also aligning those things with our planning processes, and talked about the organizational structure that we'll be using for the budget this year. Then we also had a presentation done in an initial review of the Capital Improvement Program of the CIP, which is our facilities budget that we'll be submitting to the county for its review next month. First, it'll go to the board next month for their vote, but this month they had a preview and had some very substantive conversations about issues of maintenance of our buildings and deferred maintenance, thinking about the parking garages that we need, the impact of a commuter campus and how we have to be very thoughtful about the ways in which we use our facilities in that regard. So it was an excellent conversation. And then was a bittersweet moment for the board. The board held its elections, which I'll talk about momentarily, but it offered its last farewell to Mr. Stephen Kaufman, who has been the board chair for the last 2 years, but has served in the Board of Trustees for 12 years. He certainly has been a longtime champion of this organization, having first started on the foundation board, transitioned to the Board of Trustees, has just been a phenomenal leader for that particular group of individuals who I like to call citizen leaders, because they actually volunteer their time to serve in this governance capacity. I wish him a well-deserved retirement. We will miss him dearly, but I have a sneaking suspicion we'll find lots of ways to keep him engaged with the college community. But the board then did also hold its election, and I'm very pleased to congratulate Mr. Reggie Felton, who will now serve as the chair of the board. His first vice chair will be Mrs. Marcia Smith, and the second vice chair would be Mr. Mike Knapp, all of whom are very excited and I think are very impassioned and enthused about the way in which we'll have to position the organization for the future. More than anything, I'm grateful to them for their continued service to this organization and their belief that we are indeed the most relevant community college in the country. I thank each of you, and I hope you read the rest of the report for lots of great information. But if you have any questions, feel free to contact the board office or mine, and we'll make sure we get them to you. Hope all is well, and be well.